Why, hello and welcome everybody.
Hello.
It is Pohx again. So today I wanted to give you guys some updates to the Detonate Dead Necromancer. So we just pretty much entered maps. We're level 73. I've been doing a couple of maps just to show you guys the tree outline and the gear that we're currently using. Now, of course, you don't need to use stuff like this. This is just what I've been farming for, and as you know, I'm in SSF, so I wanted to make use of what I've got. So, I'm currently using a Joffrey's Crown with Detonate Dead, and we're using Intensify. You can try a couple of different gems. I felt Intensify to feel the best of the ones I've tried. There is another one called Unleash, but Unleash feels really bad when you're fighting a boss and you're spamming Detonate Dead because you don't have Unleash stacks. It feels great for clearing, but didn't feel good for single target, and I don't really like gem swapping. It gets kind of annoying. Then I've got my Detonate Dead. It's only actually a level 17 DD. I don't even have Vol DD yet. We're leveling a Vol Detonate Dead. The build, I'm sure, will look much better once I have the Vol Detonate Dead. I've also got an Empower sitting in here because I'm using a Joffrey's. This is basically just like a 4-link plus 1. You can call it a 5-link if you want. Nothing crazy. We're just working with what we've got. And then I've got Inspiration, one of my favorite support gems from this league. Super good. Now, I've got a weapon here. It's 101% fire with some flat fire dispels, and I've crafted trigger a socketed spell when you use a skill. Now, this is very important for the build because a lot of the reason why people don't like playing 2-button builds, so 2-button means like mines, right? You drop a mine, you detonate. Volatile dead, detonate dead. You use desecrate, you detonate, right? You summon. The reason why a lot of people don't like these, or at least the reason why I'd like to believe, is say you're running a map. You walk into a tier 12 map, you fucking walk into a room, you open the door, you cast Desecrate, you're already dead. Because the mob's like, I'll just smack you at the same time. So, I'm going to go ahead and run this map real fast. I would say real fast. It's not a super fast build. It's like average speed. And then we'll talk about the build some more. So, it's a little spooky for me. It's vulnerability, extra damage on lightning, and hits always ignite. But the character is supposed to be tanky, and even though we're still low level, let's just go ahead and see how it goes. So the automation is to trigger Bone Offering right now. So because of Mistress of Sacrifice, we get 75% of the effectiveness of Bone Offering, which at the moment puts us to 53 block and 32 spell block. Now, I will get more spell block once I basically just remove these 2 points and path them here. That way I can grab Arcane Guarding. That puts us up another 10 spell block, so that's 42% spell block. Now this is a 74 map, and we're 73, and we're using a budget link, so we don't really have the best of links at the moment. Now this is where your Vol Detonate Dead would come in handy, since like I said, our single target is okay, not very good. It's important to note that as we get Desecrate levels, our damage will go up significantly. Along with actually leveling Detonate Dead, the damage will go up significantly. Let's try to make this, let's see, so put fire tower here.
chaos.
Ooh. A black oil. Ooh. Celestial Justicar. GGG rewards those who clear maps slowly. Okay, so to talk a little bit about the character and the direction we're going in. So I've got 5.8k life currently. I've currently have Diamond Skin Anointed on my amulet. It's nothing very good. It just gives some all-res, some movement speed, some armor. Armor is going to be scaling for our Molten Shell. Molten Shell is one of the guard skills we have. We opted with Molten Shell since we will be scaling armor. The really nice thing is, so we went with Plaguebringer into Corpse Pact. And then I've got Mistress of Sacrifice, which gives a ton of skill effect duration. I believe that actually scales our Molten Shell, which is why it lasts 6 seconds long, which is really, really nice. So currently with the Granite Flask on, our Molten Shell is like a 2,000 bubble. Let's go ahead and pop it. So that's pretty decent, and that's without Vol Molten Shell. So, as for where I'm going now with the build, we are going to be filling in our life nodes. So we've got 2 life nodes to fill in here. I've got a life node here. I need to swap this here. Grab these 2 life nodes over here. I may be removing Holy Fire because it's not really necessary. The damage is kind of negligible. It'd be better to get like Firewalker, for example, and then put a life node. I already talked about those. I've got the life nodes over here. And then I've got jewels to fill in. So I'm using 1 jewel right now. It's just Viper, so it's just got life and area damage. And then I've got potential life cluster over here. So, as for what I'm doing right now, I'm also trying to get 2 fragility jewels for our On's heritage. Having 2 fragility jewels will make it so that we get Onslaught. So we trade 2 jewel slots for Onslaught. The build doesn't really move very fast right now. I've got 20% movement speed boots. So that's kind of something that I was trying to do. I know a lot of people say it's not worth it, but if it feels good, it's worth it. And that's really all it comes down to. So if I go down over here, I can probably show you guys what I attempted to get and got unlucky trying to get. Where did I put them? I know they're here somewhere. Here we go. So I'm trying to get 2 fragility jewels. Unfortunately, we have ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blood sacrifices. I don't have any more crimson jewels, but thankfully we still have quite a few Vol Orbs left. I had like 115 or 120. So that's something we're trying to aim towards. Definitely bumping up and getting a lot of armor gear would make a very big difference on this character. Thankfully I have that 6 Stygian belt that's on the other character to use that gives like 400 armor, so I'm really excited to get that on. But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much what we've got going. So to talk about a few other things, the mana sustain can be a little rough at the beginning, so I've just used -9 mana cost here and -6 mana cost here as well. Now, if you can't really get that, instead of getting Mistress of Sacrifice early, even though it's really good, you can choose to go Essence of Glutton. This will give you mana sustain. Otherwise, you can go ahead and spec into mana nodes like Arcane Will, or you've got Deep Thoughts up here. You can also do like a Mind Over Matter variant. That's another option as well, but I'm just trying to see how far I can just go with scaling life with Comb's Heart, since remember that with our Bone Offering, we actually gain life when we block. This kind of makes me want to try getting a shield like the Surrender or something else that's armor, block, and life gain on block, things like that. But you know, that's a little bit out of my budget, I guess, right now. Let me see. Do I have a thing to go farm him? No, I don't. Yeah, Ulnatal is so fucking rare. I have more Chayula Splinters than Ulnatal because of how rare it is. Actually, I have like double the amount. But yeah, that's pretty much the direction of this character. I will be leveling a Volatile Dead here as well. Where's Volatile Dead? I'm leveling a Volatile Dead, and I'm also leveling a Vol Detonate Dead, so the next video update, you'll probably see some Vol Detonate Dead action. And as for my auras, what I decided on right now, I'm running a Arctic Armor with Herald of Ash, along with Precision. Level 1 Precision, because it gives us the crit that helps keep up Elemental Overload. And then I've got Flammability, which is also a... it basically just minuses their fire res. The reason why I opted on Flammability is I was running Temp Chains Blasphemy originally, but whenever we spawn corpses, because of the Necromancer node, I'm sure you guys are well aware of this since Necros are very heavily played at the moment, but essentially whenever we do this, it will chill and shock pretty much everything, which is what's really nice. And here you can kind of see the life sustain from the Bone Offering if you're curious as to how it works. It's nice. It's pretty nice, to be fair. I haven't thought about other things to anoint yet. I'm not really 100% sure. I was thinking of doing like Rally and Cry as well, but there's a lot of hotkeys to already click, and to be fair, I don't even have Vol Molten Shell yet, and that's going to be a huge defensive boost. So anyway, that's pretty much about it. To recap on what we're doing, we're filling in life nodes, trying to get some life gear, eventually swap out of this Joffrey so we can get a life helmet, and then getting armor all across our gear so that we can have a very big, juicy Molten Shell. So anyway, hope you guys had a wonderful time. Hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. Remember, if you did, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Go ahead and check out Detonate Dead. It's really not that bad. It's pretty fun, I promise. Yeah, until next time. See you guys later.